What's up, everybody? Welcome back to
Boners.
I messed up.
It's all good. What's up, boners? Welcome back to the Bo Talks with Big Jim podcast. Unfortunately, Big Jim is still not in. He's still feeling sick. He got a thumb stuck up his ass, and he cannot make it, unfortunately. He also got herpes, apparently, on his rectal area. That's just what he told me. He wanted to let everybody know. But instead, I have my wonderful wife filling in for us today, and we had, I'd arguably say, a pretty good conversation about a wide variety of topics.
Yes, I agree. And there are no thumbs stuck in our asshole.
That you know of. Anyways, please be sure to follow us on Instagram. If you go to our Flow page, that's flow.page/BTWBJ. You can find all of our links there from Instagram, TikTok. You can even buy us a beer. Please, 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 big shout out. If you go to buy us a coffee or buy us a beer, we have very different tiers of dollar amounts. If you buy us a beer, we will be giving you a shout out on our next episode. Also, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are almost at 100 subscribers, so big thank you for that one. Thank you for that one. And that is about it. That's about it. I think that's everything for the intro read as far as that goes. This was still a pretty good video. But yes, anyways, actually, you know what? Before we get started, let me introduce you to Jimmy. This is not me. This is someone who I actually met recently.
It's not you. Full disclosure, this is not you.
This isn't me, but it's someone that's pretty cool. His name's Jimmy.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy. Good ass night, brother. Say good night. Don't forget to subscribe. And the mail.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, folks.
Good.
So again, please go over to our Instagram page. Please go over, which is Bo Talks with Big Jim podcast.
Do it.
We're actually pretty close to some more followers. I actually just learned, thanks to this one as well, our Instagram page was a little fucked up. Changed it, and we gained a little more followers. So
you're welcome.
Thank you for that. We're almost at 320, I think.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
For those
Girl, make that ass clap.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for coming on to the podcast.
You're welcome.
Here we go.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Bo Talks with Big Jim podcast.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Some of the information you are about to hear, some may find disturbing. I don't know who gave them this or who gave them the clearance.
On the crotch.
Oh my lord.
Right there. Can we Google that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I fucking stumbled down a dark hole, and I love it.
Great cake parties. You know, if I'm going to believe anybody's bullshit, I'm going to believe mine.
It sounds not politically correct, but
you two motherfuckers need Jesus.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bo Talks with Big Jim podcast. Unfortunately, Big Jim is still out right now. What would you say? He caught the clap?
He got the Rona.
Yeah, he's still out with Corona. So join with me in the Podrage, because we're not in the Podio yet. Yeah, it's a pod studio. These different words that I'm coming up with.
All right.
This is my beautiful and lovely behind-the-scenes wife, fiance, whatever you want to call her. She's my wife. This is Elisa. Say hello.
Hey, y'all.
This is actually our second time recording this podcast. If you listen to the very, very, very first podcast that's on here right now, it's the High School Romance and a Duffel Bag. She's on there. She was the first one that actually did it with me.
That is me.
That is you.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've gained a lot more of a following. You were actually the one that suggested me and my dad to do this.
Yes, that was me.
That was your plan.
That was also me.
A lot of this stuff is your kind of your seed, if that makes sense.
Yep. And ironically, I am not a podcast listener. I do not like listening to people talk
At all.
at all. I only
Unless they're
like,
talking shit. If someone's talking shit, then you're all about that gossip.
Yeah, but that's
Don't lie.
that's real life gossip. Like, I'm super nosy. I'm like the nosiest. I'm that girl that's
Yeah, that
looking
was
at my
today.
window. Yeah.
Today I was going to the bathroom and you're like, oh, look, someone's making out on the front lawn. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I said at the park.
Oh, at the park.
At
Whatever.
the-
There's a
on the
park that's
lawn.
across the street from our house.
Yes. And there were two people on the lawn making out. And I was like, oh, look at this juiciness. What are they doing? They're lip locked.
That is kind of gross though that they were doing that at a park with kids. Can't people get in trouble for that though?
They were like full-fledged laying on the ground on top of each other. I'm sure they could get in trouble. And people like dispersed. They took their kids and they were like, I'm out.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking weird for two grown-ass people to be making out in a park.
I'd be like, free porn. Hey.
They were not the attractive people to be saying free porn.
Well, free is free.
That is true. Free is free. Actually, speaking of which, this kind of leads into something that I put on Facebook and Instagram. Actually, if everybody remembers the conversation that I had, or the story that I had about prostitution, and I'm still very interested in that. And actually, it's ironic that not ironic, but it's cool that I have you in here because we were having a full length conversation about this the night that I brought it up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But do you think prostitution should be legal?
Wow.
And why? Yes or no? Why or why not? I guess are the questions.
I think that prostitution, I think it should, if it's not legal, I think that it shouldn't be like I don't know if it's a felony or a misdemeanor, but I think you go to jail for that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it shouldn't be charged as heavily because a lot of people have to do it because they have no alternative.
It's like selling drugs almost.
Depending,
like weed.
No, I think selling your body is quick money. Like, I think it's in that category of quick money, but I think it's a different kind of quickness. Like,
yeah, but that's what kind of sparked this whole conversation to begin with. Was when I was driving to my day job, I saw a billboard of.
Is this your night job?
This is my night job. Yeah, I'm not a night walker.
You're the Night Stalker.
That was a great series though.
Yes, it was.
That was really good. I wish they kind of did a little bit more into the Richard Ramirez's backstory though, but that was still a very good. I didn't know that he killed 14 people and had a total of 19 victims and possibly more in San Francisco.
Yeah, that was surprising to me. And he was pretty, not like he was openly saying, oh yeah, I had more victims, but yeah, he was pretty much saying like, yeah, you're funny. You caught me. You caught just a few of the ones that I killed. And it's terrifying.
It's scary. You freaked out. You actually because you alarmed our system.
Hell yeah, I did. We have a system for a reason.
Yeah.
And I put that shit in effect real quick.
Like in the middle of the first episode.
I sure did. And I was peeping Tom, looking out the windows and stuff.
Yeah, you were
making sure that
looking
nobody
like a
was out there.
Crackhead peeking your eyeballs out.
Wow.
Out the blinds.
Not that extreme, but yes, I was making sure we're okay.
But going back to our conversation, when I was going to my day job, I passed by a billboard by a company that's called Ease, which is like Weed Maps and all these other
I've heard
companies.
of that one, yeah.
So I thought about it and I was like, damn, it took hell long for weed to get legalized. And still to this day, prostitution is still illegal. But it's not like they're doing anything illegal. They're just having sex for money or selling their body for money or just doing a sexual activity of some sort for money.
No, I agree.
And then it's free porn, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Free porn is free. You can go on Pornhub right now and look up anything you want, literally. If
Yeah, that's pretty ironic that porn is free and not charged as heavily. Well, I mean, it's not even. I don't even think porn is like. You can't get in trouble for doing porn at all because it's considered a job.
No, yeah, because I don't know.
It's considered. I mean, it's legal income. So.
Well, so is
Yeah, 'cause you
prostitution
work
in the state of Nevada, and there's
Really?
yeah, but only in the state of Nevada.
Wow.
That's like the Bunny Ranch, which you probably never heard of, but I have. Thank you, late night HBO.
That's gross.
Well, you don't even know. This is way before I even met you too. I was like 16 watching this.
Well,
Air Force Amy, what's up? That's her name. It's a prostitute. But no, seriously. It's really odd that prostitution is still illegal. Now I get it to the effect that it's making it illegal to save those from being sex trafficked, but that's happening nonstop because it's illegal, I think. And if you were to make it legal, I think sex trafficking would actually end or slow down or something like that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I think that if you legalize prostitution, then there's a series of things that you have to legalize, which is like trafficking, because how do you distinguish whether or not someone is being trafficked and forced into prostitution or doing it willingly? Then there is no distinction, and I think lawyers would have a bigger loophole to keep traffickers on the street. And I don't think that, I don't know, I don't think it should be legalized. I don't think that prostitutes who are doing it as a source of income should be charged heavily. Yeah, penalized. Well, at least if they're doing drugs and stuff like that, then that's a whole different story. But as far as prostitution, I don't think they should be penalized for making money any way they can. Escorts that's illegal as well, isn't it?
Escorts, yeah, because it's
prostitution.
Those are the high class prostitutes, from what they say.
Yummy.
But yeah, that's again like in Vegas, like you can pick up a prostitute on the strip more than likely, but the high end ones that go up to the penthouses that have, I mean, this is just what I've heard through the grapevine, and actually when I was doing Uber, that during Super Bowl, that there's like they get burner phones, and they get notified of like Peyton Manning's in the actually I think it was Peyton Manning because he was with the Broncos, I think, but they get notified like, hey, these big name people are in this city, go have at it.
It's money.
It is money, but I still don't think it should be illegal like it is.
I don't know. I think that's a really difficult. I think it's easier just to make it illegal because there's just, like I said, there's a series of things you have to take into account. If a drug trafficker, if a what do they call him? A
sex trafficker?
Yeah, sex trafficker. Yeah. If he ends up being
keep going.
If he ends up trafficking and pimping out a whole bunch of girls, who's to say that because it's legal that the lawyer's not going to come in and say, oh, you know what, it's legal, so you can't really prosecute. You can't prosecute them because it's legal. And I think that's where you're taking the risk. So
if you had,
I think it should
you had to choose,
I think it should stay illegal, but I think individual prostitutes should not be charged as heavily, if not charged at all. Maybe a misdemeanor, a slap on the wrist, a fine or some sort. I'm not really sure what the
I think it is a felony.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's what the charge is, but if it is a felony, then I don't think it should be that severe. I really don't. But then again, if you're on drugs and you're a prostitute, no offense to any prostitutes out there, because I think, hey, you got to make your money the way you can. But if you are and you're not being careful, which actually I watch a lot of soft white underbelly, so I know that a lot of prostitutes are very safe, even the ones that are hooked on drugs.
What's the soft white underbelly for someone who doesn't know?
Well, folks, if you haven't seen soft white underbelly, that's what you should watch. This will give you a better insight on prostitution, drug use, and possibly incest. So check that out. Soft white underbelly on YouTube is a bomb.
That's right. They're
And this is not sponsored by them. Just so
definitely
you know.
not sponsored. But no, you're right. There was that video clip of the incest family.
Yes.
That shit was fucking crazy. Like,
and they refuse to admit it.
No.
That's the crazy part. They're like, no, we're not. No, our parents weren't brother. What? No, what are you talking about?
No,
they denied it.
Incest.
Yeah, they
Big time.
denied it.
Actually, I wonder if I
That
can
was
find
scary.
it. I'll see if I can find it real quick. But what? Speaking of soft white underbelly, what led you to that? How did you find that thing on YouTube?
It
That
just
YouTube
popped
channel?
up. It just popped up. I'm really intrigued by people who are addicted to drugs and also addicted to other things. Addiction is kind of like I don't want to say like my guilty pleasure is not at all, but just learning their stories is honestly, it helps me to understand people. It helps me to, everybody has a story, and it's really cool because soft white underbelly, the man who is the host of it or who runs the whole show, I'm not really sure, but he throws basically everything, every preconceived notion that you would have about someone who's an addict, someone who's a prostitute, someone who's a pimp, someone who, these people that we don't typically come into contact to on a daily basis. He throws all of those preconceived notions out and tells their story as though they were just human beings telling their story.
Right.
So I think it's really nice to hear, people being people, and we get lost in mistakes made by individuals, and we forget that they are human beings. And I really like that soft white underbelly captures the true nature of being a person.
That was really good. I couldn't even put that together.
You're welcome.
For those watching, would you be able to describe this part? Because I can't really play the audio because I can actually get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah,
because I think it's like copywritten by him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So just describe to the people what they're seeing on the screen right now. There's no video playing, but it's paused to one of the, I think this is the family, right?
Yeah, I'm the Whitakers. They're called the Whitakers. They're pretty well known though. And they're actually, you're not allowed to come near them. They're very well protected by, I think it's the state of Virginia.
I think it's Kentucky.
Is it? Somewhere. Yeah. Oh no, it is. Is it the Appalachian Mountains or something like that?
Yeah. So at the beginning of the video.
Oh yeah, Appalachia.
I first photographed the Whitaker family for my first book, Created Equal, in 2004. This visit was interrupted by an angry neighbor with a shotgun who threatened to use it if I didn't leave the Whitakers alone.
Right. Yeah, they're super protected.
To kind of just skip ahead real quick, the two portraits shown in the video are from that book. I have returned to visit the Whitakers when I've been in the Appalachia for other shoots, but on this visit in July of 2020, I recorded a bit of video of something many of us have heard of but have never actually seen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually based off of, what is that? Rail County?
Raleigh.
So the Whitakers, I strongly discourage anyone attempting to look for the Whitakers as their armed neighbors and the Raleigh County deputies both make it clear that curious visitors are not welcome.
Yeah, so they're totally protected.
very protected.
Mhm.
And this picture, for again those who are not seeing it and are just listening, is of three men or two men. One's a younger boy, but would
3 siblings.
probably siblings.
Yeah, they are siblings.
They have little to no teeth. The one in the middle is drooling, and they all have. It's kind of like the 1,000-pound sisters, the one that has the fucked up eye.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, their eyes are going every which way. One goes this way, the other goes that way.
I'm legally blind. P.O.P. holding it down.
Oh my God.
Mama, I love you. But this is the Whitakers. This is the family here.
I think for anybody interested, just go to Soft White Underbelly and look for the Whitakers. That's all you have to do, and
Yeah,
you can definitely see what we're looking at. It's really sad, but it's not their fault.
it's sad. It's not their fault, and it is not a heart if you have a weak stomach, but it's like it's definitely it's gut wrenching in the sense that you probably have never ever seen it. Even when you first showed me this, I think you first showed me.
Yeah.
Even I've seen some fucked up shit on the internet. Like legit. Like I saw a guy cut his balls off once.
Let's pause for the man who cut his balls off.
Yeah, he actually cut his dick off also.
A moment of silence for the crazy in him, please.
That's the BME Pain Olympics. If
I
anybody wants to
definitely
watch that,
don't want to watch
I can pull that up.
Nope, please don't. I don't want to see.
Are you sure?
I'm like
He legit cuts his balls out.
130% sure that I do not want to see someone.
There's a part where he gets like a hatchet and he hits it like this.
I mean, do you want me to ever look at your balls the same way? Then no.
No, because mine are glorious. So I'll play a quick clip just so we don't get in trouble, but just so this clip in particular, the gentleman who is behind the camera is asking someone sitting on what looks like a makeshift couch bed, but this person can't talk. He literally cannot talk. His only response is like that's literally how he sounds like. So I'll see.
Sandwich. So you grew up here.
He sounds like it's fucked up to say, but he sounds like a dog barking.
I think in the video, one of the siblings actually do say that he couldn't communicate. So the way he communicated was by mimicking the dog.
Shut up.
That's why he communicates like that. I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think that is why he sounds like a dog. That's his way of communicating he couldn't communicate. He couldn't speak. So that was his way of communicating, was barking like a dog or making sounds that a dog would make.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I definitely did not know that.
It's really rough. I mean, I'm not trying to put incest down, but
You're not trying to put incest down?
I'm pretty sure that, I'm not here to judge you, but I'm pretty sure if you're making children who cannot communicate and end up being, end up, looking the way they do, acting the way they do. I mean, special
Listen,
needs.
If you got some fucked up kids,
then
we will still love them.
Then I think that should be discouraged because you're doing an injustice to your children.
To the children's.
Yes, and that's not okay. So
yes. I'm going to pull this video up for you too. It's something that I found on TikTok. Speaking of someone sounding like a dog, this is the Wolf Girl.
Okay,
Wow.
So I don't really have a tutorial on how to howl. You just kind of...
Do you know how to howl?
Yeah.
Like a dog?
Oh,
like
most
a wolf?
definitely, yeah.
You're a howler?
Yeah. You're welcome.
There you go. This is Wolf Girl. You can find her on TikTok. This is where I find literally all of my other stuff. She has over 52.8 thousand followers.
So all you got to do is howl like a wolf to get a
There's a
follow?
lot of things you can do.
Come on, give us 52.8 thousand. That's all we need.
We love you. This is how you howl. This is the tutorial from Wolf Girl.
Okay, but
Wait, can you
once we watch it, then we have to actually do it because we can't just watch it and then not do it. Okay, she's teaching us how to howl.
I'll do it.
We have to learn how to howl now.
But you also need to describe what this person is wearing.
Okay. She is definitely,
for everyone not watching,
rocking that dog chain that she's got going on there, that spiked dog chain. I love it. She's got a beautiful black Saturn kind of astrology looking dress. It's beautiful with purple moons and purple Saturn and purple suns. It's gorgeous. And she's got beautiful hair that looks very similar to
that shit looks nappy as fuck.
Pippi Longstocking. She's got glorious lip gloss. And girl, your lip gloss is popping. I'm just saying. You're welcome.
All right, let's learn how to howl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's good.
You kind of do it.
Oh, play it again.
Okay.
She's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. What the hell was that? If you close your eyes and listen to it, honestly, I don't think I could distinguish
okay, ready?
between
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay. Oh. Where's the wolf?
Kind of do it. Okay.
That
okay.
Is not.
Okay, look at how
first.
she does it. Okay, look at how she does
first.
it.
Ready?
Okay, she kind of like puckers her lips. I think I nailed that one.
You did it good.
I'm
You
pretty
did
sure.
perfect.
What,
Oh,
Millie?
look at this one.
Come here.
This is our dog now. She hears someone howling. So it must be working actually.
We just,
This fucking chunky ass dog.
get her on in there. Hi, Millie. She's got glorious hair
By the way, I think
that I cut.
I think you should be like
A hairdresser
a cosmetologist for dogs.
for dogs. Yeah, I think I should be.
Look at these ears. They don't look like ears no more. These are pigtails right here.
Well, and look at these paws. So the story behind this beautiful haircut that we got going on here is because she couldn't see out of her eyes. She had her hair in her eyes, so I just chopped it because so she could see.
You've been chopping it.
And then her paws, they're really uneven, as you can. I don't know. Can the viewers at home see that? Look at, yeah, that's pretty uneven. If you're a dog hairdresser, she needs help.
Yeah, can you hook it up?
She says, "Help me!" And these ears, and she legit looks like a pig. Like,
she does. She really does.
She looks like a pig. I think I did a fairly good job on her. Look at her ears; they're pretty even. Look,
I don't know.
I lined them up with her eyes. I think I did a really good job. Considering.
The last job you did was really good.
Considering, really, come on. They're even. Look, if you look at her, look. They line up with her cheeks. They're perfect.
She doesn't have cheeks.
She does have cheeks. If she didn't have cheeks, then she couldn't chew, right?
I don't know. Dogs don't have cheeks.
They do have cheeks. Anyways,
moving on.
Okay.
Another thing that I kind of want to talk about, and this is very similar to the prostitution thing, is double standards.
Double standards?
Yeah. Double standards. Double standards?
Or like roles? Is that what you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Double standards? Like male and female? You want to hold her?
Yeah, I'll hold her.
Okay.
Yeah, male and female double standards. So like, okay, for example, if a guy has sex with a bunch of females, they're like, oh man, that guy's a player. That guy's a pimp. That guy's dope.
Yeah, this is like,
that guy's hella cool.
We all know this.
But if you were to sleep with a bunch of dudes, they'd be like, man, you are a whore.
Okay, now.
By the way, I'm not calling you a whore.
Yeah.
I love you.
Anyways.
You nasty as hell.
You look just like Beyonce. Funny enough, if I'm talking to my girlfriends and I'm like, dude, I just messed around with this dude. I got like 3 guys hitting me up. She's going to be like, oh my gosh. Like,
You are nasty.
You are no. She's gonna be like, damn girl, like let me get some tips from you. Like
Ooh,
girls.
Females?
If I tell my friend that unless I'm in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship,
it's been 8 years.
my friend is not gonna be like, oh yeah, good job. You have 3 guys hitting you up and you're messing around with 2. Like, no, she's not gonna say that. But if I'm single and I have like guys on my tail, on my jock, she's gonna be like, oh my gosh, girl, how are you getting all these guys and I can't even get one? What's your secret?
What's your secret?
I don't have guys on my tail, but
No, I'm just saying, like, what would your secret be?
I mean, I don't know. You
Okay.
should have asked me this like 8 years ago.
Before you met me, what was your secret?
I didn't have a secret.
We're treading in dark territory now, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, realistically, women, if you're a single woman and you're looking for love out there, which I'm almost entirely sure that it's a bunch of guys listening to your podcast.
No, there's actually quite a few females.
However, if you are single, okay, I'm going to give you this tip. Do not kiss him or have sex with him in the first month, which means on the first date, if you had sex with him, that's a no-no. If you kissed him, that's a no-no because men like to chase.
Yeah,
they love the chase. They live for that shit. They want to chase you. If you say, "Oh, I'm going to kiss you." No, just kidding. They love that. And they might say, "Oh, you're a tease. Oh, you're this." They'll call you names. They'll say whatever they want to say to you. But in reality, they're just pissed off because you're not giving up the goods. Ladies, do not give up the goods.
Fellas, chase that shit hard. One day, it'll work out. There you go. We have 43% of our listeners female.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
but are they married or are they single?
Oh.
That's the question. Ladies, if you're single, hit me up.
But why is there
I'll help you out.
But why is there double standards everywhere? The same thing with bitch. Like if I were to call you that,
there's double standards for everything.
but why? Why can't it just be straight through chopping block? You know what I mean?
That's a question that really goes back centuries and eons.
But like nowadays, people can.
I think it's because traditional roles have been placed upon male and female beings, and now that we are so past that, and we're moving into the future, where male and female, I guess, male and female are not as distinguishable as a woman and a man, because there can be a man who's very feminine and he, could play a feminine role in a relationship, and there could be a woman who's a little more masculine and could play a masculine role. So roles are not as they used to be, but because they were so standard and so traditional way back when, they are now, we far surpassed that. Now that you can't tell who's the masculine and who's the feminine. Like I'd say I'm a bit more aggressive than you are. And that's a trait that a man would have, I feel like. But I'm a little more aggressive. I'm a little more assertive than you are. And
I just don't like conflict.
Right. And I don't think
kind of to an extent. It kind of depends. Like conflict between you and me, I ain't about that shit.
Yeah.
But if it comes to somebody else, shit, I'm gonna get up in your face all day. I almost fought that guy for you. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was because I opened my big mouth.
That is true.
Yes.
Joe Salvadorian ass.
Yes.
Puerto Rican ass.
I would have fought him. I was right at my trunk and
You would have gotten Spartan kicked.
I was about to grab my bat and I would have busted his kneecaps and I would have gone to jail that day.
You had an old woman with you too. My grandmother.
I know. And she was scared too. She was like, don't do anything. Don't do it. She told me, don't say anything. Don't say. I said, fuck that, grandma. Call him over here.
Bring that mother. Yeah, that was. Anyways, going back to that though.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, no, I'm not like a sensitive fucking sourpuss.
No, you're not. you're not feminine. I wouldn't call you feminine. I'm just saying, like, for myself, I feel like I have traits that would be considered masculine. So my whole point is that we're in an age where masculine and feminine are not distinguishable anymore,
Mm-hmm.
because we all have somewhat of those traits, some of those traits. So I think that's
Do you
why
think gender roles still play into existence?
I think, yeah, I think they still exist. I just don't think that, I think we're trying to move away from that. We're trying to move away from the double standard. We're trying to move away from the gender roles, the traditional male and female roles. We're trying to move away from that and let people be who they are,
Yeah.
and not ashamed of who they are because they don't meet the status quo.
Yeah. I agree.
It's a long answer, but there you go.
Keep going though, because it is true. And that was when you and I first started dating. I think even when we like first became boyfriend and girlfriend, I said I don't want our relationship to be like a traditional Latin relationship. You're Salvadoran, Puerto Rican, and Mexican. I'm Mexican, Italian, and Irish, but the masculine role of a Latin relationship is the man goes to work and he comes home and he just doesn't do shit. And no offense to anybody that does do that, but in the way I was raised by my Mexican father and my white mother, who's Italian and Irish, is you help out, period. Yeah, you've been home all day dealing with this kid. It's not easy. Even the fucking days that I'm home, that shit is not easy. And I see it constantly, especially now during, the whole coronavirus. Everyone's feeling that now, the men and the women, because like you said, the roles have, reversed. There was a guy who I used to train with at jiu-jitsu who was a stay-at-home dad. His wife would go home or would go to work, and she was the breadwinner.
Right.
So I can only imagine what she's going through now as Corona has hit,
right,
and for other people, one that that we spoke to recently, as of last year.
Right.
It's. I think we do need to move away from it, because not every gender or whatever it is that not just gender, but the roles in general, I should say, are not the same.
Right. I agree. And I think that there is something that I am a firm believer in, and I think by nature women are more nurturing. I think it is by nature. I think it's innate. I think it is within us that we are more nurturing, and I think that's also where the gender role comes from, because we tend to just not, I don't want to say be submissive, but we want to make sure that our families are taken care of. We want to make sure that, just because that's our nurturing characteristic, we want to take care of our family. And I think it makes it easier for gender roles to play a part in society, because they say, well, you're a woman and you should be submissive to your husband, and you should submit and be, the caretaker of your family. But that's not the case.
No.
And so I think we're moving away from that, but I think women shouldn't lose that, because society tells us that we should be one way. Don't lose something that's innate in you. Don't shy away from that. But society should stop forcing us to do something that we want to do just naturally.
Yeah, because like when you gave birth to our daughter, that was a natural. Well, granted, also you were taking care of your family, and I'm not going to put all of that business out there, but you were taking care of a lot of kids at a young age, so you kind of already had that motherly, I guess, gene.
Mm-hmm. I have 6 siblings. Yes, I was taking care of a lot of kids. Just throwing that out there. Shout out to my mom and dad for wanting to have so many kids. But yes,
like
this is true.
Gremlins, you get them wet and they just start sprouting up everywhere.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
But yeah, you went right into that role. And now the difference I think between you and I I took care of my brothers, but not to the extent that you took care of your brothers and sisters.
Right. I was 10 years old changing diapers.
Changing diapers, getting them places that they needed to go, making sure, legit taking care of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, I guess, to say it now, like your role now as a mother with our daughter, like our daughter looks to you like a freaking superhero.
Yeah. And I can say that I don't care what anybody says. You could take care of all the kids in the world. You could be a daycare teacher, but when you have your own child, it is not the same as taking care of somebody else's child.
At all.
My siblings, they had a mom and a dad. My daughter, I am the mom and he is the dad. It is not the same. You do not know how to be a parent until you are a parent. And I don't care what anybody says.
I'm still learning
It's
to be a
scary.
parent.
It is scary to be a parent.
And I guess both of us are still learning to be a parent, to be parents.
Oh my gosh. Every day
is a challenge.
Oh. And like.
And I can only imagine what you're going through. Because this kind of goes back to what I was saying. You're home every day with her. And you're not working right now. You're actually going to school. But the fact that you have to go to school, full-time job with your kid, and then on top of that, you're also making sure that our house is kept up. If someone were to come over, we don't want our house looking like a fucking like a tornado ran through it, which typically does happen if people were not coming over.
Yes.
But it's not saying, like, I'm not saying this is your job, this is what you have to do. We didn't make that distinction. We came to the agreement. Okay, I'll go to work. And before, you were going to work,
right?
You were,
and school.
You were doing both, and that was fucking killing you.
Yeah, I would cry like every day.
And the one, I'll always go back to this because I've never seen it, and since that one night of your project, there was one night it actually led into like 48 hours, 24 hours, where the night before you didn't get any sleep.
Oh yeah,
you had to wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning
to go to work. I
woke up with the baby for the day. Then you come home at what? Noon?
Yeah.
Was it noon?
Well, I got home at
it was late.
No, I got home around like 1. I was off at noon. I started at 4.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And you started at 3.
I had to go to work at 3. I come home at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and you're still up, and you're like, fuck, I just put her down, and I still have to do my homework, and it's due in 40 minutes. It was
like an hour, and it was like a whole project, and I actually got to be on that project.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I didn't even know that.
I know.
But I had to record you for some project. But I remember when I zoomed into your face, and like when I saw you tired, but when I zoomed into your face, I was like, holy shit.
I didn't know you zooming into my face like that.
Well, because I had to get close to so I could see. Anyways, my point is the role of a mom, is not easy. A stay-at-home mom is not easy.
Nope.
And you weren't
or a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, and
neither way is easy.
Neither of them. But my point is that when I zoomed into your face to get you for this video, I mean, it just like emotion was gone.
Yeah.
And all I saw were like your eyes, all your eyes were telling me was like, I just want to stop.
I just want to go to sleep.
And I think you even started crying.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I cried and I couldn't handle it. There are days where I cry uncontrollably, and you're the trooper. You're the trooper.
I'm not a trooper.
You're a trooper.
You know that.
You're 100% a trooper.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I shout out to all the people out there who are going to school, raising kids, and working full-time jobs, because that is not easy, my friend. I will tell you right now, it is not easy
at all.
But it is rewarding. So keep at it. Stay strong. I'm here with you. I may not be on the podcast, but I am here with you in spirit.
Well, I am grateful that you came on here and we're talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like doing this.
You know what, though? I can say you just bringing that up, it does kind of tie into like gender roles and, the man stays home and the woman goes to work and, these are our gender roles. But I can say that in our relationship, there are not any roles that exist because we kind of just whoever has the chance to do it does it. I mean, if you can wash the dishes or cook the dinner, you do it. And despite
I make some mean quesadillas, let me tell you.
And some potatoes with their mix.
What's up, girl? You don't even know.
You're on fire.
But no, yeah, you're right. We don't have you.
I don't want to say we don't have gender roles though, because I feel like every relationship kind of has a gender role. If you're gay, straight, lesbian, non-binary, whatever you may identify with, I think that there is kind of like a gender role because again, you play that masculine or feminine energy, and I think that makes a good relationship because a masculine energy and a masculine energy may conflict a lot, and a feminine energy and a feminine energy may, collide a lot. So I think you kind of need that in a relationship. So
it's always good with the bad. Not to say that that's good or bad.
Right.
But it's that, or yin and yang.
I mean, if you can, yeah, exactly. Yin and yang. I think you need that energy, and you need one who's a little bit more caring and one who's a little bit stronger. One who's a little bit stronger in the sense that, a little more protective, I feel like. And you need that, both of those energies to make a good relationship. And we're not relationship experts, but I think that it works.
Says you.
It works for us because yes, I may have a few masculine traits, but in essence, I am the female energy. And
you're just a Latin woman. You're scary as fuck. I can tell you that.
Well,
and that's one thing that Big Jim always taught me, folks, was stay away from a Latin woman because they are crazy, which is true.
And what did he get with?
A crazy ass fucking white. Oh, I thought you were talking about my dad.
Not him. Me. You got with me.
Yeah, I got with you. She's beautiful. She's amazing. She's not that crazy.
Really?
But my Big Jim got with a crazy ass white woman. So, love you, Mom.
Love you, Nani.
Love you, Nani.
That's my baby's Nani. Be nice.
But no, I think gender roles. Do you think people should get rid of them? Because like, there's a lot of people saying that gender roles should not exist anymore, and
yeah, because we're shying away from gender roles, the standard gender roles. So I think it should be more of taking into account the masculine and the feminine energy. Maybe not gender roles, but who's the more masculine. And I say masculine and feminine energy because that is
there's people who are more sensitive, and there's people who are more dominant.
There's someone who is nurturing and there's someone who is protective. And I associate that with masculine and feminine energy. And if you have a different way of putting it, then please comment down below and let us know what we're saying wrong. But I mean, we're totally open 100%. We want to know. We want to know what we're saying wrong. But I associate that with masculine and feminine, not male and female, because you could be feminine with your energy and I could be more masculine. And that's why we function well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the traditional gender roles. You're a man, you have to be more masculine. No, a lot of men are a little bit more feminine, even in a heterosexual relationship.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I think also it's alternating. I think also there's a point where I have to be the more masculine energy and I have to kind of take on that role of being protective of your feelings and protective of you and your emotions and kind of be the strong one.
Yeah.
Because there are times where you start shutting down and I need to be the stronger one for you.
Here's a good example of that. The tuxedo.
Oh my gosh.
The tuxedo, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
I need someone in the comments to tell me. I need random people to tell me if this is wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
start
the
it.
wrong one,
I'll start it. You can finish it.
please tell me
okay.
if I was in the wrong. I need to know. And if I am, so be it.
I was
I'll
a
take it.
groomsman in my cousin's wedding recently. That was actually the episode of Memnon Warrior and Joey Avery. Shout out to both those guys.
I was there
She was there
on the bed.
on the bed. And just before, what, a week before that? 2 weeks. About a week or two before that.
No, it was like the same week.
Was it the same week?
Yeah, it came super fast. The tuxedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came like within 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that same
Maybe
week,
like maybe a week. I'll say a week.
I had gotten a tuxedo. Now, keep in mind, this was in the middle of the pandemic. This is what, September?
Yeah.
September. And I had to get measurements. Well, the measurements, we had to go on YouTube, fucking figure out my chest, or was it like the wingspan, the arm length,
I am not
the crotch region, the inseam,
a
all this other
seamstress.
stuff.
I am not a person that knows how to hem. I
So,
don't know all that.
We
okay?
follow
I don't.
YouTube just like most of the millennials do now of how to change a car battery. Did that today.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I put everything in the way that we got the numbers, the measurements, and then the tuxedo came. I put the tuxedo on, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is nice. I look good." This one over here goes, "Ooh, are you sure you don't want to return it and get a bigger size?" Please continue from there.
Oh my gosh, you make me sound horrible. I did not say it like that.
You said
I did not
that.
say no, because you know my difference when I'm like, damn, that's hella tight. You sure you don't want to take that back? Woo, can you breathe in that? Damn, that's tight. No, okay. If I said it like that, then I could understand where you were coming from. No. Okay, like I said previously, I do not take measurements. I don't do that. I don't know how to do that. Yes, YouTube can help you, but you can only go so far. I mean, YouTube can't do it for you.
No,
So
but
I'm
you learn
sitting here,
how to.
Listen, I'm sitting here taking measurements and I'm like, oh, I hope I don't mess this up. So you get your tuxedo and you put it on. And I'm super excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, I took the measurements. Also, I'm very anxious because I'm like, shit, what if I took the wrong measurements?
Yeah, you weren't the only person who was excited for this
too
tuxedo.
tight, and it's too tight. So literally, you're putting on your pants and you're sucking it in, and I'm like, oh shit, it's too tight.
Okay, hold on. I didn't suck it in.
You did suck it in. You did, and it was fairly tight in the rear area. Okay.
On my ass?
Yes, it made your ass look voluptuous, baby.
How was that bad?
It's not, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying because you like more comfort, so you like things hanging off of you. So my point is,
But it's a tuxedo. It needs to be nice and tight. You know what I
if
mean?
you're sucking,
High and tight, ladies and gentlemen.
if you're sucking in your stomach to tighten it, honestly, I'm thinking that shit is tight. So
It
I'm like,
wasn't-
so I said in a laughing voice, I said, are you sure you don't want to take that back?
Exactly how she's saying it now.
Because I don't want you to be uncomfortable in the wedding. You have to wear this all day. Like, you're going to have to wear this all day. And you did. You wore that all
I wore that
day.
motherfucker looking fly as shit, too.
Yes. And I'm not saying that you didn't look good in it. I'm saying I want you to be comfortable. I don't know how to take measurements. What if I messed up and now you have to take it back? Well, sorry. I don't know how to do that.
Well, luckily, I didn't have to take it back. And it
You
fit
look good,
nice.
girl. You look good.
Girl. Well, yes.
You did. You look great.
That was the tuxedo incident, or what would you call that? Incident. Yeah. Fuck it. Incident.
Mm. Wow.
I think that's the episode.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah, we've gone about an hour.
Okay. Well, I
Well,
thought you were going to tell me something.
Before we go, before we
what?
go, I want
All right.
one more thing. Hopefully, this TikTok video wasn't taken down. I just want everyone to know who this is, or what would you think happened or can you explain to those?
You know, I feel like this was very similar to our first episode. Like, you
How
talked
so?
about, I think you did talk about gender roles, didn't you?
No.
Mm.
Well, at least I don't think I did.
See, I wanted to play a game on here. I wanted people.
What kind of game do you want
I
to play?
wanted people to be like, "Oh my gosh, they're so fun. They play games."
We can play a game.
What? But you denied all of my games. All the ideas I had, you were like, deny,
Some of them sounded
veto,
whack.
veto. I had no more ideas at the end of the night.
I'm not gonna point in a direction and be like, "Who farts the loudest?"
Hey, that's funny. Okay. Evidently, what if you would have said, well, you did say me.
I just did.
Yes, I had gastro problems last night, but that doesn't
Fuck
mean
yeah, you did.
that does
You were
not
ripping
mean
ass.
that does not mean that you need to put my business out there like
Oh,
that.
it's already out there. I'll be honest. I find
It's Peach coming at you from the trauma unit. Wanna know why? Let's listen.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what that is. It's a vibrator stuck in my ass. What up? It's Peach coming at you from the trauma unit. Wanna know why? Let's listen.
one more time.
Wanna know what that is?
She's so annoying.
It's a vibrator stuck in my ass.
What? I feel like I have a few cousins who this probably happened to.
I know exactly who you're talking about. All right. Well, thank you, Lover, for coming on. Did you have fun doing this?
I did, yeah.
See, I told you
I
this is
feel like
fun.
the folks at home are going to be bored.
They're not going to be bored. This
They're going to
actually,
hate this episode.
we've hit several topics from gender roles to what else did we talk about? To the tuxedo incident. To what else did we talk about? How to howl, which you did very good, by the way.
I think I'm an expert.
And also having
Howling
vibrators
lady, hit me up, girl, because you got some good tutorials.
and having vibrators stuck in your ass in the trauma unit.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Apparently, so that ties into. I am
Ooh.
buzzed.
Off one?
Well, I had a White Claw before that.
Ooh, you go, girl.
Thank you. Prostitution. Lastly, before we
just
go,
talked about that though.
no, I know.
Oh.
I'm tying everything in.
Oh.
But lastly, web.
MD.
Mm.
Webster.
No,
I'm helping you.
webcam. That's what it is.
Webcam.
Webcam
Oh,
girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They get paid for that.
Oh yeah.
And guys, not just girls, and guys.
I mean, I feel like police officers probably don't waste their time with that because it's hard to
Why not?
trace.
If
They're hard
doing,
to trace. They
How?
have because they're not physically touching anybody.
but they could be underage and people can be looking at their videos.
Yes, but that's hard to trace.
How do you
That
know?
I mean, I feel like that's probably difficult because you could use a server from this area, and I don't really know. I'm not a computer engineer.
You're not a
but
techie?
no, but I mean, I feel like it probably would be hard to trace. So why would I mean, they do. If you're an underage person, then yeah, then that's different. But if you're just an average Joe showing your penis online, I mean, is that considered a porn or prostitution? Because I feel like prostitution is
You're getting paid for it.
yeah,
That's the difference.
but so you're getting paid for porn too. But prostitution, you're actually coming into contact with that person, and it's an exchange. It's a service that you're providing, a physical service. But this is a
Online
digital service. So I don't know. I don't think it's prostitution. I can tell you that. I don't think it's prostitution.
I'll be honest. I want to talk to whether it's a webcam girl, an escort, or a prostitute or something like that. I
Well-
actually want to know.
Well, you can look at my website.
Huh?
Just kidding.
Fuck.
You wouldn't be mad if I was making that dollar.
Fuck no.
I know.
Hell no.
You heard?
Yeah, no, probably not.
You hear it here, folks.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. You heard it? Yeah, fuck.
You hear it here first. Fuck. Never, guys. Never.
Well, doll, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. It's nice to meet you.
Nice.
Thank you for having me on your show.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. You're a good man.
Thank you. You're a wonderful wife. And Big Jim, get your big ass up out of bed and get healthy, man. We need to get back on. People are asking where the fuck you are and if you're dead or alive. So thank you everybody for watching. Please tune in next week and we will have some more content for you.
And I won't be back.
She might be back.
I won't.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.